How you doing? Trucker G here again. This is going to be part 3 in the video series about getting started in your trucking career. In this video, let's talk about what to expect out of a trucking school, or what to expect once you get to trucking school. You know, that first week, you're going to be in class more than likely. And mind you, not all trucking schools operate the same. A lot of them are different, but in the most part, it's pretty much basic, you know. But like I said, that first week, you're pretty much going to be doing classroom stuff, nothing but classroom. And that's going to consist of learning everything you need to learn in order to pass that permit test. You're going to be going over trip planning, you know, just basics on trip planning. You're going to go over the basics of logging. And if you already got your permit, great, you're that much further ahead. If you don't have a permit, study. I cannot express study enough, you know. Pass that permit test, because you're not going to go any further until you do get that permit. If you already have your permit, well, a lot of that's you're already going to know what's going on pretty much, and it's just going to be a review. But like I said, that first week, you're going to go over just basics of trip planning, just the basics of logging, stuff like that. You know, that second week, you're probably going to go out to the yard. First thing, I know as an instructor, the first thing that I teach is straight line backing. You can't do any of the other maneuvers unless you know how to straight line back. In the state of Missouri, you have to learn 6 maneuvers, and there's only 6 maneuvers to learn. Okay, you got straight line backing, you got blind side offset, sight side offset, you got blind side parallel, sight side parallel, and you have alley dock. Okay, when you go down there to take the test in the state of Missouri, you're going to do 3 out of those 6 maneuvers. For sure, you're going to do straight line backing. For sure, you're going to do an offset. Don't know which offset it'll be. It'll be either blind side or sight side. After that, you're going to either get one of the parallels, sight side or blind side, or you're going to get an alley dock. You're going to do 3 out of those 6 maneuvers in order to pass your test. Other states, it can differ. Usually they have a straight line back for sure, and pretty much an offset, and maybe a parallel. I really don't know. I can't speak for other states, but I know not all states do alley docking in their testing. Like I said, when I'm talking to you about this right now, I'm talking about the state of Missouri. That's where I taught. But like I said, that straight line backing, it's very important, because you're not going to be able to do any of those other maneuvers unless you can straight line back. Like I said, that second week, you're going to go out doing straight line backing. Depending on the school, you might go out, you know, after you learn straight line backing and spend the first day out on the yard doing that and stuff. You might go out right away, out on the road, doing half a day on the road, half a day in the yard. I don't know how the other schools worked. The school I taught at, we'd put you in the yard half the day, and we'd put you out on the road the other half. It's just going to depend on the school. Okay. Second week, or that would be the second week. Third week, pretty much just still going over yard maneuvers and driving, you know. After the end of that third week, you should have your hours in and ready to go test on that Friday after that, you know, maybe Thursday. If you go down there and test, if you're ready to test, they're going to send you down and test. If you're not ready, they're not going to send you down. I can't express enough, guys. There's going to be a lot of you that are just going to take right to it, and it's going to look easy. And there's going to be some of you that are just going to have a hard time. I mean, it's not easy. Some guys may make it look easy. Can't even speak. But by no means is it simple. If you're not doing it as good as somebody else, don't judge your performance on somebody else. You judge your performance on yourself. You know what I mean? Don't give up. There's so many students I've seen that out on the road, for instance, they're just not getting the shifting. At some point, you're just going to say, you know what? I'm not getting this. Maybe this isn't for me. Or same with backing, you know. hey, I'm just not getting this. Maybe this isn't for me. But I'm telling you, like 99.8% of my students that were like that, one day it just clicked that quick. And it all made sense. Trust that instructor that you've got. Trust that he knows what he's doing. If he tells you that you need to go home, well, maybe you need to go home. Or maybe you just don't have a good instructor. I know if one of my students wasn't getting what I was trying to teach them, I didn't blame the student. I blamed myself. A good instructor is always going to change his instructing to the student, because we all learn in different ways, you know. What I might tell one student, it might click for them. They might just understand exactly what I'm talking about. Somebody else, they might not understand at all, and I need to figure out how I can get through to them. But I guess the whole moral to that story is, do not quit. Do not quit till they send you home. Believe me, you will get this. And if you don't, and they send you home, heck, I still wouldn't quit. I'd pursue it again. Depends on how bad you want it. You know what I mean? I don't quit at nothing. I'm a persistent person. I don't know about you. That's just how I am. And this message is kind of for somebody out there that sent me a message today, and they're at the point where they just want to give up. And I'm telling you, don't give up. You keep fighting until you can't fight no more. You'll get this. Another thing I want to tell you guys is, when you go to the school, you're going to feel like, maybe I don't have enough, maybe they're not giving me enough time backing, or maybe they're not giving me enough time behind the wheel. You know, you're going to feel like that. Usually, I know with my students, I take 4 students out at a time. I'd have 4 students in the yard. Second part of the day, I'd have 4 students out on the road. I did yard and road. And you got to share that. There's only one truck to those 4 students, and you got to share that time with each of them, you know. So just be patient. These trucking schools, they've passed many of drivers. So just trust in the procedure. I mean, I don't know what school you're going to, but I know my pass fail ratio was pretty high. I think maybe 1 person, 2 people never passed with me, and that's not because I didn't teach them well. It's because they didn't want to learn. You start showing me that you don't want to learn, well, you're wasting my time. I'm not there to have my time wasted. Another thing I want you to take in consideration is that school's not there to teach you how to be a truck driver. I hear it all the time on the CB. I see it on Facebook. Well, these trucking schools just ain't teaching these drivers enough. That truck driving school isn't there to teach you to be a trucker. It's there to teach you how to pass your CDL test. It's a 3-week course, 4 weeks, maybe 5. But even at 5 weeks, that's not enough for me to teach you how to be a truck driver. I know that for a fact because, hell, I'm still learning. So, you know, don't get discouraged on what you know. All you need to focus on, get that CDL. Hope that you get set with the company with a good trainer. We can go on all day about trucking schools, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. Guys, I appreciate you watching. You all be safe out there.